welcome you to College Park, Maryland, where basketball on the Big Ten Network is presented by Ram Trucks. And tonight, the Maryland Terrapins are back home to host the Iowa Hawkeyes. Owen Freeman ready to jump it up against Julian Reese, and Maryland will control. And here's Jahari Long right out of the gate. They'd love to see the Nebraska Jahari Long. He came out, provided a huge lift a couple of weeks ago in this building with 11 points.
He's going to have a lot more confidence, I think, than maybe Deshaun Harris-Smith, who's really struggled with his shooting.
9 to shoot for Young, working against Freeman, and the freshman of the week blocks the shot of Jahmir Young. Ball loose on the floor, and the possession arrow.
Beautiful timing by Nadi.
Here comes Young. End-to-end, and a rejection inside by the Hawkeyes. Perkins got up there.
Man, did he ever.
Dante Scott on the drive, attacking Josh Dix, and he gets the first 2 of the ball game.
Boy, that was a lot of teams are able to do, but Iowa's been one of them.
Consistency's been a trademark of Fran McCaffery's career at Iowa.
Yes, it has been.
3 quickly up and down from Peyton Sandfort.
I mean, they beat some high-quality teams that have come into this building. And, you know, I love Kevin Willard for the assist he gave us today.
Oh, my. Peyton Sandfort's feeling it early. Another lightning quick.
I'll tell you what, Jahari Long was all over Sandfort once he caught it. That's where you have to be inside his jersey.
There's Sandfort turning against Kaiser. Now Krikke curls around the screen, going to work against Jordan Geronimo and banks it home.
That's a good description, Kevin. That's exactly what he did. Almost hopped into a turnover there. Oh,
and there's a turnover. Young with the pocket pick and the finish, his first 2 of the night.
That's a great effort on the defensive end. I don't know if he's holding his hand up like he needs a blow. Kind of held his hand up coming back up the floor. I think Kevin Willard ignored it.
Yeah, he sent that one to voicemail. McCaffery trying to work against Young, leaning in, and Patrick McCaffery, he injured his ankle January.
21-point performance against Minnesota, so he's got the hot hand.
3 straight games in doubles, 14 points per game over the last 3. He's hunting his shot a little bit more. Sandfort's always hunting his shot, and he rolled.
McCaffery's made high IQ decisions. He could have forced that shot. He waited for Sandfort to free himself and picked up the assist.
11 of the 13 Iowa points off turnovers, and the drive in by Deshaun Harris-Smith.
Whoever he's guarding, harassing, forcing into tough looks, doing a really good job.
6'5", 200-pounder. He's a veteran. One of the reasons that Kevin Willard wanted to go with him. And there's a 3 for Deshaun Harris-Smith, just 17% on the year.
He was working on it today at shoot-around. I'll tell you, he put in the extra work.
Quickly down the floor to Ben Krikke, and Krikke,
with the way Iowa's double-teaming him as soon as he catches the basketball, forcing him to give it up.
Entry down low, and Traore with the 2-hand flush, and the snake.
Make Coach Willard feel pretty good.
Here's Krikke. Back out it goes to McCaffery. He'll try from 3, and he rolls that one around the cylinder and through.
I loved how job by Patrick.
5 for McCaffery off the bench. Deshaun Harris-Smith looking for his second 3. Off the heel, rebound inside. Dante Scott muscles it home.
Great work by Dante Scott going heads up against Owen Freeman. He won that matchup on the glass.
5-point advantage, a little pressure now for Maryland, and a takeaway. Traore in the open floor, loping to the rim. No, but the foul there for Deshaun Harris-Smith.
Well, I tell you what, Traore has got great length and athleticism. I see why Kevin Willard inserted him in the lineup.
McCaffery trying for another 3. Freeman with the box out and the foul will send Freeman to the line.
And I had to ask him 3 times, like, no.
South Carolina, 3-star recruit, went to New Mexico State, played just 7. Harris-Smith inside, trying to fight through 2 Hawkeyes, and Owen Freeman ends up with the rebound off the miss. Here's Sandfort, the trailer on the play, and the 3 trickles out, but his brother right there, Peyton, cleans up for Price.
How good is that to be playing on the same court with the
second half in that Maryland win a couple of weeks ago? Price Sandfort in the corner will enter it into the post. Dembele working against Reese, and Reese with the block, but Dembele stays with it.
That's a great job, Dembele.
His 5th rebound of the first half.
Critical possession here for Maryland. Iowa goes up double figures. It's going to be uphill sledding the rest of the way.
Bryce Sanford will try to make it double figures, and he does. Largest lead of the night. Sanford with a 3. Forget Dante Scott, just 4 points.
Great point. And, you know, Iowa locked in. I think that second half against Minnesota where they're able to come back and win that game by 5.
Boy, how did Reese find Jordan Geronimo? The bobble, nearly lost it, and then gets the assist.
Got the assist and then lost the gum right there in the center court. See if anybody steps on it.
Sanford, high pass, corrals it, gets the 3 up and is fouled. And Sanford holding his right knee. Jordan Geronimo
He said I'd be a good official. No.
You've tried to reject me 3 times in the last 3 weeks.
Oh, no. Never that.
Sanford 2 for 3.
So Maryland's got to get some production from their big 3. No, Iowa's doing a great job defensively, but that'll help.
That will help. 2 of the big 3 right there. Young, Therese, Perkins. Here's Krikke. Left it a little short. Scott the rebound.
Yeah, that was a tough angle that Big Krikke took that shot from. It looked like he didn't know where to go off glass and go straight in.
Finding Scott for the open 3.
Because they've already got 7 turnovers.
Hawkeyes haven't scored in well over 2 minutes. Young trying to get things going. From the elbow, Jahmir Young with his second field goal.
I love how scorers can get to their spots. He knew exactly where he wanted to get to. No hesitation. Big bucket for Maryland there.
4-point lead for the Hawkeyes. See if Perkins can answer. Tough shot for Tony Perkins, and he's on the board. Started 0 for 5 before that shot.
That was beautiful. Beautiful elevation. Just stop and pop, playing off 2 feet.
Snap to 7-0 Maryland run. Scott to Reese going to the rim for 2 against McCaffrey.
That's a beautiful read that time by Dante Scott. Drew a double team and led Julian Reese beautifully.
A little more flow in the offensive game for Maryland. Krikke spinning baseline. What a find. Perkins there for 2.
Oh, Kevin Willard is a good play.
Peyton Sanford's had a good first half.
He is. And I like the way he plays. Plays with a little chip on his shoulder, some emotion. You know when he's happy, you know when he's upset. I like that.
Krikke fouled. Count it. He'll go to the line for a chance at a 3-point play. From halftime report.
You think the Missouri Valley Conference can get away? I mean, it's been impressive to see these players.
Rink Mass at Nebraska.
Yes.
Reese inside, not from the Valley. Count that one. And a chance for one more at the line.
The catch.
And Reese back to Dix. Got an open look from 3. Iowa's not going to be unhappy with that shot from Dix.
No, I like Josh Dix shooting that shot as well. He hasn't been as aggressive offensively as I'd like to see him. But, boy, he's on an island by himself out here. I would 1-4 flat. I wouldn't bring anybody to the ball. Let Jahmir Young go where he wants to.
8 to shoot. Young to work. There's the screen. Young explodes, and the ball stripped out of his hands. It's a foul.
In the Big Ten.
2 for 2 for Young. 6.8 to play until halftime. The inbound to Dix. Quickly up the floor to McCaffrey. McCaffrey on the run. Gets to the rim. Gets the hoop. Halftime arrives. And Iowa takes the McCaffrey momentum. A 6-point lead at half in this meeting as we get the second half underway in College Park. What are you looking for from both of these teams as this second half starts, Steve?
I think Tony Perkins is going to be a lot more aggressive offensively. I think Peyton Sanford set the table, but I want to see Tony get there. It is.
And there he is inside, fouled by 2,000 to lead in all 3 of those important categories. I mean, that's the kind of...
And so see him grimace there on the first miss, but once those scores...
Here's Young, chased by Josh Dix, working it around to Deshaun Harris-Smith. Extra pass, Young, the hesitation, the drive in. Perkins changed that shot, but there's Harris-Smith to get the rebound and the putback.
Deshaun Harris-Smith is balling tonight. I mean, he's really done some good things on the offensive end. Look at that fast break.
And down before you can even mention what had happened on the other end with Deshaun Harris. And you know what you love to see, because this isn't always the case with freshmen? 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he's been working on his shot. We saw him hit a 3 early in the game. So, young man is just putting in the work, and it's starting to show.
Now posting against Tony Perkins, backing him down, and the hook gives him 11. Peoria out there playing with 2 fouls. Here's Sanford against Scott, 7 to shoot. Perkins jumps it out. Dix will try the 3 and splashes it home.
When you don't see guys putting pressure on that extremity that they've injured.
Perkins from the foul line. Is he going to find the rhythm in this second half? He's got 7.
I love how he
Consecutive start tonight.
But that's a skill set. It's availability, durability. That's a skill set.
Out of the double, Deshaun Harris-Smith will kick it into the corner, and Kaiser 14 against Nebraska.
Yeah, that's a good hookup with the freshman there on the dribble penetration kick to a wide open look.
Krikke working against Kaiser on the other end, and Ben Krikke with 9.
Maryland had a nice response. Let's see what they do this time.
Here's Young working against Josh Dix. The swing around to Kaiser, looking for his second 3. A little bit short. Rebound tipped over to Deshaun Harris-Smith. On the drive, scoops it to the rim. Deshaun Harris-Smith. Tough dislodge, and Scott stayed right in there and got the rebound.
And Dante Scott, that weight room work paid off that time.
Young on the quick push. Kaiser driving baseline. He'll go to the line for a pair. Foul on Josh, the strike. Big Ten Plus. Subscribe and stream for as low as $9.95 a month at BigTenPlus.com. Freeman.
Good help by Dante Scott.
Now he's got to work against Krikke. High arcing jumper for Krikke. Gets the kind road roll.
Krikke telling you, you got to have in these scenarios. Maryland keeps hanging around. So we're going to have to figure out ways to get some stops.
Perkins challenged and a foul on Deshaun Harris-Smith. His second, team's 4th.
Crowd, tough break for the freshman. But I tell you, Deshaun Smith, I don't know if you could have played that any better.
Young trying to find Reese. Got deep, and Freeman there to reject it from Julian Reese.
Great defense, and feed Freeman again.
Touch pass out to Sanford, toeing the line for 3 and rims out. Battling for the rebound. Krikke had it, Karam off his hands.
Boy, that was a quick possession. Owen Freeman, great defense here. Gets rooted out a little bit, but comes from behind on the block.
The league.
We got some pretty good freshmen. It's not like we don't have good freshmen this season. Cam Christie at Minnesota's playing well. John Blackwell at Wisconsin. Owen Freeman has been the cream of the crop when the high school seniors get recruited.
Basketball shoes.
And I think we got one right here.
Brock Harding, the freshman point guard, will bring it up the floor for Iowa.
I like Brock Harding. He's got some moxie to him.
Here's Sanford. Pushes that one.
Just need to have.
Here's Kaiser. Steps in for the deep 2. Left it short. And Peyton Sanford the rebound.
I think Kaiser's starting to get too worried about scoring.
Oh, how about Freeman running the floor, and the big man rewarded as he
on that call. And tell you what, Steve Pikiell's got something to work with there.
No doubt about that. Jahmir Young working inside. They went right to Young, and he went right to work. A change for Young with 10.
Average a good call, Kevin. Because he's on the top of everyone's scouting report, and it still doesn't matter.
Here's Harding. Little explosion by the freshman. Brock Harding turning the corner.
West Illinois. And there's been a ton of players. Chase and Randall have come out of that conference. Brock Harding, latest addition.
The swing into the corner, and the 3 drops. How about the night for scorer? Who was that scorer going to be? Well, tonight's been Deshaun Harris-Smith. He was 10 of 60 from 3 this year as Harding gets the steal and running to the other end with a lightning quick release. Brock Harding fired up the steal and the finish. Deshaun Harris-Smith, 5 on Iowa, number 4 for Maryland a moment ago. And the lob, and Dante Scott looking for an aggressive and 1. Instead, he's fouled by Ben Krikke, and he'll...
Nasty. Alley-oop dunk. Dante Scott showing us some hops.
2 for 2 at the line.
And he can shoot that ball.
They hung around, and then Jahmir Young took over late. 6-point game, same as we had at halftime. Young to his left, to the rim, no. Reese stays with it, offensive rebound, put it back, and the foul. Reese cannot convert on the...
Maryland trying to confuse Iowa here.
And Harding got thrown off by Reese in his path and turns it over. 7th turnover. Lob ahead to Reese. The catch, the reverse, and the Terps within 2.
Harry Long doing a great job there. Lead pass. So you see the matchup zone, and then it goes man. So
trying to solve that. Sanford with 5 to shoot. Leans in. That'll solve it.
That's a tough shot. And still got that shot to drop.
Now, Stephen, throughout the night, this has been when Iowa's been able to find some sort of answer defensively, and then they stretch that lead back out. Can Maryland go to work again? Young can, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, he's going to... When it leaves his hand.
2 for pulls out, and Reese the rebound. Maryland to push. Young on the run. The hesitation, jumps it out to Scott. Back to Reese, working against Perkins, spins inside. This game, nothing.
Well, that's the matchup that they wanted.
Here's Young for the lead, bumped by Dix, no shot, foul on the floor. Young at the line.
Yeah, I respond to this.
2-point advance. Scott, he's draped all over him. Nowhere to go for McCaffrey, and he throws it away. Excellent defense by Dante Scott.
Dante Scott being physical, using that wingspan of his to deter a pass, forcing a turnover. That's big-time D.
Here's Scott against Owen Freeman inside, muscling the freshman. And
off the offensive glass.
And then Jahmir Young kept his dribble alive with one hand and helped his teammate up with the other.
Yeah.
And a whistle on a blocking foul. Reese headed.
The way that Maryland can put spurts together has been impressive here this evening. As on his free throws, I'm surprised he's as good as he is. That's a lot of moves.
And they need it fast. 4:40 to play. They've been scoreless for 4 minutes and change.
Tony Perkins has to get aggressive. He's got to force the issue a little bit.
Dix found a crease and got to the rim for 2.
That was nice.
She thought there was a little too much contact there.
Well, I think Kevin Willard could have said the same thing on Deshaun Harris-Smith's drive. A lot of contact there as well.
There's Young against Perkins. What a move. He was calling for it.
Ricky can hit that mid-range jumper now.
Sanford from the foul line splashes it home for 2.
Nice curl. Right to that free throw line area. He's so hard to guard. Great marketing thing, but who's falling asleep at the wheel?
Yeah, right.
Come on, man. Are you serious? One of the top active scoring leaders in the nation. That's okay. Maryland's glad to have him.
Reese is going to have to work 1 on the shot clock. The fadeaway rolls home.
Might be their night, Kevin. You start to get Reese hitting late shot clock buckets like that.
And a kick ball. Sanford trying to whip it into the 12 to play. 2 timeouts Iowa, 1 timeout Maryland. Maryland has fouls to give if it comes to that situation. Perkins for 3. Got a great look. And the rebound out of bounds to Maryland.
I don't knock Owen Freeman because he's a freshman.
Harris Smith double comes. Got rid of it to Young. And now Jahmir Young with a 5-point lead, watching that clock.
Tony Perkins can't open up that much.
6 to shoot. Kaiser bumped and a foul. Sanford commits the personal foul, and with 5 to shoot.
And it comes out like this. The way that Kaiser and Harris Smith have played.
Yeah.
It's almost like he took all the pressure off of him.
71-64. 7-point advantage for Maryland.
Well, This defensive pressure by Maryland, they have ratcheted up beautifully here.
And Sanford forced to throw that three up, and it's out of bounds. Maryland is the top defensive team. Iowa has to get a stop here. Instead, they foul, and they need that stop at the line. They'll send Harris Smith there. He's a 61% foul shooter.
No, and Frank.
Big Ten Network. There's the first miss. 1 for 2. Hawkeyes have not scored in over 2 minutes. And in that time, Maryland has established the 8-point lead. Perkins drives baseline. No. Freeman able to get the loose ball. And a whistle and a foul inside. Remember, though, fouls to give for Maryland. That's just their 15th foul.
And I didn't see the foul. Oh, a great play by Iowa.
Beautiful baseline out of bounds. Lob to Freeman, and the floater over the front of the rim gets the Hawkeyes back on the board, down 6.
And the way the Hawkeyes shoot the three, this game is far from over.
And that's going to be a whistle and a timeout used.
Great job by Iowa.
And no timeouts left for Maryland, but the foul immediately. Reese was the guy they wanted to funnel that inbound to. The 57% free throw shooter. Go
better, in my opinion.
Ooh. Bardo, B-A-R-D-O. 0 for 2. Like the O at the end of Bardo. Perkins. The lob to Freeman. Can't finish, and Reese with the rebound.
What a pass, though. Golly, Freeman had it. He had an opportunity.
And
seen him do that several times this season. I love that.
Young, good on the free throws. And a 74-66 lead for Maryland. Sanford has to launch the quick three. Won't go. Freeman battling for the rebound. Lost it into the hands of Kaiser. And a foul.
Out.
For the Maryland Terrapins, yes, Jahmir Young ends up with 19 at the moment. Harris Smith, though, with 17. Kaiser with 9. Some extra scorers on a night where Kevin Willard was looking for extra scorers to stand up, and they have.
Yeah, they have. And I have to credit Kevin most of the evening. Let's take a look at Perkins.
Foul was called on Deshaun Harris Smith, and then he said something to somebody in the stands, I think.
I don't blame the officials. They're doing what I just don't like that call.
The three from Dix rolls off. Long rebound tracked down by Jahmir Young, and that's going to do it. Iowa will not foul, and Maryland, for the first time, will sweep the Iowa Hawkeyes. They end the game on a 21-6 run and take a close game and turn it into a walkaway. 78-66, the final for the Maryland Terrapins.
Maryland Terrapins defense showed up once again. And listen, Traore and Geronimo did not play in the second half for the most part.